Yo, Rana, and welcome to FM Tahiti. I hope you're all doing well. No camera for this episode because the camera is refusing to play ball, and I just want to squeeze a match in, really, so I don't really fancy faffing about with my Logitech. If anyone watching knows why my Logitech might just be refusing to talk to OBS, feel free to leave me a comment because it's starting to drive me mad. But we've got a match to play, so we're going to play against the Huahine Islanders, the Eels. League-wise, we've been doing okay, so can't remember how far back it was. Was it the Takaro match? Was it it was the Bora Bora one, maybe? Might be the Bora Bora one. Or the Manuel one. Who knows? But basically, since the Takaro Terrors match there, we've had to beat them 3-2 to get through to semi-finals. Lost to Marquesas Island Society 3-2. Drew with Bora Bora 1-1. Managed to squeak a fairly undeserved win against Marquesas Island 1-0. And now we've got the Huahine Islanders, and then we'll probably come back for another episode against the Humpbacks to try and keep the episode times down to a reasonable point. Squad-wise, well, there's a few can't see how unhappy they are yet. There we go, they're hidden. So there's a lot of them, they originally agreed playing time, but it wasn't originally agreed with me, so I'm not really listening to that. Huahine Islanders are first. It's going to be a tough match, especially if our morale's taking a bit of a hit because the players don't want to, play ball unless they get in their agreed time. We're 6th, 17 points after 11 games. It's reasonable. I think we're staying up this season if we carry on with this. No kind of worries there. But this will be a tough match. And Manuel, Huahine, I guess Moria are the three top who look like they might have a good chance of challenging for the title. Excelsior, Sky Brights on the edge of it. I think we're probably too far back at the moment unless we go on a very good run. And we need a good sustained run, I think. It's not out of our hands. It's far too early for anything like that, but I just don't think we're as good as some of the other teams. But we shall see in this match, because alongside the fact we've got morale issues to contend with, another thing we've got to contend with, again, fitness issues being one of them, is the fact that I've put the public beta on. So I've got the public beta update, so it's what day is it today? 16th of January, so about an hour ago I think they released the public beta, and I was umming and ahhing about whether to give it a go. But I kind of want to see what it looks like. If I can spot any bugs and things like that, that helps. It's always useful to do. They say they've looked at the one-on-ones, they said they've looked at the long through balls over the top, so I want to see what effect this has. I was in a reasonable run of form, so I don't want to completely ruin things, but at the same time, I would quite like to know what's going to go on. So let's sort the team out. We've got Pene Bakatapu. Let's bring him back as the target man. And bring back Finaki there. Let's bring on Jacob Finaki as left back. Sacrifice keeper. I think that's going to do the job. We'll go with this. We know real standout players as it stands. Riviera, maybe. Let's see what the match engine actually looks like with the public beta on. There's a bit of a good discussion on Twitter recently. I say recently as I'm recording this. By the time this comes out, it'll be about a week later. But about one-on-one conversions. It was FM Stag who was looking at some figures from a small sample, but was trying to work out how bad actually is the conversion rate compared to real life FM19. There's a bit of a debate going on there. I think the sample size might have been a little bit too small to draw anything too concrete from. I'll go on to Honey. That's a through ball. He's through. Sort of one-on-one, but under pressure. But we might not see much difference because it's so low down. The FM Stag had a look at those figures. It looked like there was maybe... It's one of those ones where it depends how you phrase it. You can phrase it as a 14% difference. So, human teams need 14% more shots than AI teams to score a goal. But in real terms, that's less than one good shot. So that's less than one extra shot in real terms. AI teams need just over 10 shots per goal, not the Eels apparently. not Huahine, and human players need just over 11. So it's a one-shot difference. Functionally, it doesn't really make a huge difference if those stats can be trusted from that sample size. So he seems close. He goes. Sarfaz catches that one. Go on, Parmentier, go long. I'm worried that changing the through balls and the way that works might have an impact on the kind of long ballness of some of the tactics. So we're playing the Eels, who apart from being gone, Bakatapu, there we go. I don't think that quite counts as a one-on-one in the traditional sense, but we will take it. Kind of a slide rule pass through, almost. Well timed. Yes, the Eels first in the league, which we mentioned before. And they're called the Eels because on the island of Huahine... Oh, good, I'm glad that was disallowed because that looks a little bit soft. I mean, that's unfortunate actually. I'm not convinced they should have been given as an offside. Yeah, on the island of Huahine there's a kind of causeway through the middle of it, or a sort of river through the middle of it, sort of splitting the island, but it's still one island. And apparently there are lots of eels that live in that kind of little stretch of the river. And so that was one of the first things that came up on Wikipedia when I was looking at it all these years ago. Well, I say I was looking at it. When my brother was looking at it all these years ago, that's why they became the Eels. That became their nickname. And they have a little eel badge just to finish it off. It's one of a reasonably popular destination island for Tahiti. It's reasonably close to the mainland. Bakatapu appearing again. Reasonably even, but they've been a bit more efficient than us. Again, I don't think that counts as a long ball. One of the good things we'll be able to do is because I've got to say, oh, get rid of that. I've got a couple of saves where I've played enough matches under the old match engine. I can probably create a sample and compare it to whatever's going on in the new public beta. If we play enough matches, it might be they release a patch quite quickly, like a full patch rather than public beta. So I might not get a chance to. But I've got data there I can make a comparison to if I wanted to. Probably not from the Tahiti game, but more from maybe the Belfast by the Numbers series. Dig in, everyone. Oh, they don't care. Of course they don't. Close that down. I have a few players complaining that they're not getting enough game time, and a couple of them are complaining they're not getting enough game time in their strikers. But Tahoni is better than pretty much all of them. He scored a few goals as well. And Vakatapu seems to be doing alright. It's close by Riviera. Riviera? Parmentier. Oh, somebody go along. I want a one-on-one. Need to see. Oh, he took it on his own. Can't remember what else they said was fixed. Say fixed, addressed. Might be the better way of doing it. Just open it up so I can see. Improved one-on-one finishing, recalculations regarding clear-cut chances, tweaks to penalty kick conversion rates, improved crossing variation and instruction behaviour, improved defensive tracking from long balls, tweaks to referee behaviours, and other tweaks and balancing improvements. It feels pretty much the same to me, but not only is this one match, but it's one match where the standard's pretty poor anyway. Right, let's make some subs. Let's just bring on some wingers to some fresh legs on the wings. That makes more sense, doesn't it? Only 8 of our fans have travelled all the way to Huahine, which is commendable because there's no airport or runway on Rapa'iti. It's a boat trip of at least a couple of weeks to get to Huahine. Probably set off near the start of the season. Go on. That was terrible. Again, not really a one-on-one. Go on, clear it. Just need to carry on scraping points. Almost. Go on, put someone through one-on-one. There we go, let's see. Again, it's just a one shot. I don't know whether that's would have been any different in the other match engine. Apparently we created 3 clear-cut chances. I don't remember 3. 2 at a push. That last one being one of them. Bit of a scramble. Come on, get back in. They're on the break. No, they're not. That's the end of the match. So I'm not really convinced from this that we see much difference. Our shots are still pretty central, not much in the box. Outside the box, I should say. There's like passes. Still some long key passes. One from across. One from distance. I don't know what this one is. Why does this count as a... Ooh. So played out from the back. So why was this a key chance or a clear-cut chance? So there we are. Because he then ran. Okay. That doesn't really seem like... Seems like the work is being done by the person running, not necessarily the person doing this. Oh, scoring chances. 2 in the box, and a half chance there. And why is this one? This is the one we've just seen. So through ball. Yeah, I'd agree that one's more of a clear-cut chance. Oh well. We need to see more matches, don't we, until we know what's going on. We avoided defeat against the team who are at top of the league. There's 18 points after 12. A win could sneak us up into third, depending on the way other matches go for us at various points. Although a couple of teams got a game in hand on us, so it's unlikely. That's not bad as it goes. We'll come back for the semi-final against Rura 2 in the next episode. Just trying to keep them short as we go through. Thanks very much for watching. If you've got any comments, please drop them below. And if you're not subscribed, please consider subscribing. All helps. And I'll see you for the next episode.